Imagine a city of millions living on top of a restless giant, silently rumbling beneath their feet. For centuries, Italy's Phlegraean fields have been an unpredictable force, and now the ground is literally shaking. Could this ancient supervolcano be Europe's next catastrophic eruption? And what does that mean for the lives on its doorstep? Yo, what's up, everyone? It's time to dive into one of the craziest geological adventures you've ever heard of. Right under the sunny streets of Naples, Italy. We're talking about the Phlegraean fields, or as the locals call it, Campi Flegrei. This isn't your typical pointy volcano like Mount Vesuvius next door. Oh no, this is a massive hidden beast that's been brewing trouble for thousands of years. And guess what? It's waking up right now in 2025 with earthquakes shaking things up like never before. Buckle up, because we're about to uncover why this could be Europe's ticking time bomb. Let's go. Picture this. Naples, with its pizza joints, ancient ruins, and stunning views of the Bay of Naples. It's all vibes and vacation goals on the surface. But lurking below, a geological monster that's anything but chill. The Phlegraean fields isn't a towering mountain. It's a massive caldera, basically a giant sunken crater from epic explosions in the past. We're talking an 8-mile-wide depression that's home to bubbling hot springs, fumaroles spewing steam, and a whole network of underground magma chambers. It's like the Earth decided to hide its deadliest weapon right under one of Europe's busiest cities. This bad boy formed from insane eruptions way back. The biggest one? Around 39,000 years ago, the Campanian ignimbrite eruption. This thing was a VEI 7 monster, blasting out over 80 cubic kilometers of ash and rock, covering the Mediterranean in a blanket of doom. It caused a volcanic winter that messed with climates across Europe and beyond. Fast forward to about 15,000 years ago, and boom, another huge blast, the Neapolitan yellow tuff eruption, reshaping the landscape again. In historical times, things got real in 1538 when Monte Nuovo popped up overnight. A whole new cone formed in just a week after days of quakes and ground swelling. That was the last eruption, but it wasn't pretty. Ash rains, evacuations, and total chaos for the folks living there. But why is everyone freaking out now in 2025? Because the ground is literally moving. This phenomenon, called bradyseism, slow uplift and sinking of the land, has been ramping up since 2005. By April 2025, the cumulative uplift hit about 1.44 meters. That's over 4 feet of the Earth bulging like it's about to pop. And the earthquakes? Insane. In 2025 alone, there have been over 5,626 quakes recorded near Campi Flegrei, with magnitudes up to 4.6, the strongest in decades. Just in September 2025, a swarm hit with a M4.0 quake, and earlier in March, a M4.4 rattled nerves and cracked buildings. Swarms of hundreds of tremors in days, like the one with 150 quakes in May, are becoming the new normal. Scientists are saying this unrest is driven by pressure building in a geothermal reservoir deep underground, with fluids and gases pushing the crust to its limits. Why now? Experts think it's a combo of magma rising from deeper chambers and hydrothermal activity, hot water and gases superheating the rocks, causing them to crack and shake. New AI models are even spotting hidden fault lines and swarms that old tech missed, revealing 5 quakes over M4 just this year. From January 2005 to March 2025, thousands of events have been logged, with seismicity exploding exponentially. And get this, in 2024, a record 6,640 quakes hit, spilling into 2025 with no signs of stopping. X-posts are blowing up with locals sharing shakes, like recent swarms in August and September 2025, including M3.3 and M2.4 events felt across Naples. All right, let's nerd out for a sec, but in a fun way. Campi Flegrei is classified as a supervolcano because its past blasts were VEI 7 or higher, capable of ejecting over 1,000 cubic kilometers of material. That's enough to bury entire countries under ash. Unlike Vesuvius, which is a stratovolcano with lava flows, this caldera specializes in explosive eruptions, pyroclastic flows, ash clouds, and tsunamis if it hits the bay. The caldera sits on the edge of the African and Eurasian tectonic plates grinding together, feeding magma from below. Historical digs show eruptions going back even further. A new study in 2025 uncovered a massive one 109,000 years ago, similar in size to the Campanian ignimbrite, proving this thing has been a repeat offender for eons. In the last 15,000 years, there were over 70 smaller eruptions, clustering in bursts every few centuries. And that 1538 Monte Nuovo event? It followed years of uplift and quakes, just like what's happening today. Coincidence? I think not. Current monitoring is next level. The Vesuvius Observatory and INGV are on it 24/7 with seismometers, GPS for ground deformation, and gas sensors sniffing out sulfur dioxide spikes. Recent X chatter shows ongoing swarms, like in June 2025 with M3.2 quakes and over 48 tremors in a day. Even in February 2025, M3.9 and M3.2 hits had people evacuating. Volcanologists like Giuseppe Mastrolorenzo are sounding alarms, saying we're in a critical phase with eruption possible anytime, criticizing slow evac plans for the 500,000 in the red zone. This is where it gets wild and scary. Over 3 million people live in the Naples metro area, with 400,000 right in the caldera. A small eruption like 1538, evacuations, ash fallout, maybe some building damage. But a big one? Pyroclastic flows racing at 700 km/h, scorching everything in a 10-20 km radius. Ash could blanket Europe, grounding plains like Iceland's Eyjafjallajökull did in 2010, but way worse. Global cooling from sulfur aerosols could drop temps by 1 to 2 degrees Celsius for years, messing with crops worldwide. Impacts on Naples. Collapsed buildings from quakes alone have already happened. In 2025, swarms, walls crumbled at Pompeii, schools closed, trains halted. A full eruption? Tsunamis in the bay. Toxic gas releases harming health. Economic hit. Billions in damage. Tourism tanked. Agriculture ruined. And remember, Vesuvius is right next door. Could one trigger the other? Scientists say it's possible, doubling the disaster. But hey, not all doom and gloom. Italy's got emergency plans. Red zones for fast evac, yellow for ash prep. In May 2025, after a M4.4 swarm, they declared a state of emergency, closing schools and prepping shelters. New research is key. Stanford scientists found ways to tame unrest by understanding pressure builds, maybe even predicting better. Whoa, what a ride! The Phlegraean fields is proof that Earth is full of surprises, a sleeping giant under Naples that's rumbling louder than ever in 2025. From ancient megablasts to today's quake swarms, this supervolcano demands respect. Millions are at risk, but with science and prep, we can handle it. If it erupts, it'll be epic, but let's hope it chills out. Stay tuned, because this story's far from over. What do you think? Ready to visit Naples or nah? Drop your thoughts below.